Yo. You doing your ashy?
I'm like, you must start dancing.
Yo, look at Mike looks sick.
Yo, Mike, I don't like who you becoming, son.
Nigga, you just making weird ass sounds with your mouth. I don't know.
And you do weird things, period.
Whoa.
Jungle beats.
Yeah.
Hey.
What's
I'm about to get popping. What you mean?
You hype? All right, what's good, ladies and gentlemen? We back. It's your boy Ish. It's the podcast about nothing. What's good, fellas?
Yo, what's good, man? What's good?
Good evening.
That's it. That's all y'all got for me.
Yo, Mike said good
evening.
It's late right now. It's past my bedtime.
It's past your bedtime?
It's past your bedtime. You got work at 6?
Nah, he don't got work no more.
Yeah.
Fuck the man. Fuck the man.
Fuck
Black
the
History
man.
Month.
Black History Month. Let's get it.
All right, man. What's good, fellas, man? We had a great, amazing episode the last time. Great feedback. Y'all told me a little bit about what people were saying to y'all. I know somebody said that I sound controlling. You know what I mean?
Damn.
Go to hell.
Respectfully.
But nah. I don't take offense to shit like that. You don't know me really, for real.
Nah, I mean, last episode was good, man. You know, people had some questions for me. You know, they was just like, yo, you were really
toxic.
Nah, you think I'm toxic, man?
Yes.
Mike, you think?
Oh yeah, I was toxic. Yeah.
That the answer was?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Nigga, what?
Oh well. Moving on.
You wouldn't say that to a girl, for real.
I'm sorry, what?
You wouldn't say that. You.
Oh yeah, so I just say shit for shits and giggles.
I think you just do.
Nah,
it. I think you're trying to go viral.
You're a little
This ain't
different.
Clubhouse.
Nah.
Don't talk about Clubhouse.
Don't talk about Clubhouse.
Nah,
He the main one talking on Clubhouse.
Because I'm be saying real shit. People be saying shit for fucking pussy. And be saying
Yeah.
Niggas be talking about
China,
Clubhouse for pussy. Like niggas be saying the right things. Niggas don't be living that life. Like shut your ass.
God damn. Yo, Mike chose violence today.
Nah,
Mike
for real.
chose violence.
Came to the
Violence.
podcast with violence. Like,
So when he talking Clubhouse, he's the only one. It's like silent. You hear Mike everywhere, and then everybody just like.
y'all can hear me.
Testing.
He's like, hello.
It be like I'm like hello. Like
This thing working.
Like, can you hear me? I got a lot to say.
Everybody's scared of you. That's why.
because I be saying real shit.
What was it? The Sprint commercial? Can you hear me now?
I be looking at my phone. Like, hold up, this shit dropped. Like I'm not understanding.
Nah,
man. It was a great episode though. But
facts.
we back, man. We talking some real shit today, man. Basil, what's up, man?
we got a lot to talk about. Definitely, yo.
What you want to talk about for real?
My drive here, yo, I had some great wings. But besides that,
What?
you say what I want to talk about.
This nigga talking about fucking wings.
Hell yeah,
Where'd you get it
wings is
from?
you said what? EU? Oh, black business.
No.
Shout out.
Hey,
I can't shout out to my black
what?
business. Whoa.
Oh, black business. All right,
Oh, now he's about to fight me on
I think you
shout
about to
out.
shout out the Chinese
Chinese
store. I'm like,
flight
but they don't sponsor us.
Ain't nobody.
Yo, they don't sponsor us. We can't shout them out.
No, I'm not. I just want to show some love to
I don't
black
give it's
business.
Black History Month. Nah, y'all
Damn, you
don't
just
sponsor
said it
us.
was Black History Month.
Y'all don't sponsor us. Y'all don't sponsor us. Cut the check.
Not yet.
Cut the check.
Cut the
All right.
check.
But what I really want to talk about is I don't know if you fellas have ever heard of negging.
Fuck is a negative?
Yes,
Oh,
please
word.
get into details. What is that exactly, Basil?
Well, I actually kind of want to look it up and give you
Go
like,
ahead.
the actual
You
definition.
don't give us a Google.
Yeah, why not?
So you don't know what it means?
No, I know what it means. I'll give you a summarized version, but I want to give you the actual version. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, yes.
So where did this come from?
Negging. Well, I'm going to explain it.
All right, my bad.
Negging, which is negative feedback, is the act of an emotional manipulation whereby a person makes a deliberate backhanded compliment or otherwise flirtatious remark to another person to undermine their confidence and increase their need of the manipulator's approval. The term was coined and prescribed by a pickup artist. So pretty much like artists of our generation, our culture, brought up negging.
So
I need an example.
make that a more common thing for everybody to understand.
So let's say if you're doing well in life and you have like a significant other who isn't really doing well in life, when you want to share your feats and glories, she or he brings you down in a sense like, damn, you really want to talk about that right now, then and now? Like, you're kind of bringing me down. I want you to bring you down to my level, and it's a kind of like a undermining attack to a lot of relationships, because a lot of relationships it occurs in that way. People don't want to have those conversations, but at the same time, it's like when couples talk about it, they never want to try to match certain levels. When somebody's doing better in terms of what salary, in terms of status, in terms of like degrees, they don't want to hear that. So how do they want to manipulate you and not want to hear that, kind of want to bring you down to their level.
Oh yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
It's
So
toxic.
I feel like
It's toxic.
there's a lot of examples that you can mention, especially describing as toxic levels. You know, I'm just saying. So like with that definition, is there anybody that wants to share if they've been in a situation where they were the negger? Get it, nigger.
You gonna call me a nigga?
Whoa, I definitely said nagger.
You was a nagger.
Fucking naggers.
Nah, has there ever been like an example, or like have you ever even seen or witnessed, like maybe your friends have talked to you about like, hey, this guy is kind of bringing me down, like this guy does this or this girl's doing
Oh yeah,
that.
yeah. I got female friends who experience stuff like that. Like, of course they're like excelling in their careers or whatever the case is, and they always feel like they can't share with their significant other because maybe that person isn't doing too great. So they can't even compartmentalize like your happiness or like their displeasure for what they don't have in their life. They just so negative about everything you're doing. I've experienced that shit personally. We're not gonna go into details about that, but it's not a good feeling. Like you can be busting your ass out here trying to, put on for yourselves, for your people, and doing all positive things. And the person or the persons who should, acknowledge your hard work and what you're trying to get done and accomplish is telling you you should put that time and that effort towards something else that'll benefit you. How do you know that this can't benefit me? Like, how do you know my social media interactions can benefit me to secure a bag here, to secure a bag there? Like, just because you don't see my vision doesn't mean that my vision isn't a vision. Like, it doesn't have to be yours for it to be a vision. So that's all I'll say about that. So y'all can go ahead and share your experiences if y'all have any.
I don't know about per se experiences, but I don't understand why people be dealing with people that they don't like. Like, I mean, I don't understand that. That's just the most blasphemous shit to me ever. Like, I don't like you. You don't make me happy, but I'm gonna stay in the situation with you or this relationship with you.
Right.
What the fuck? That sex must just be out of
the
this
benefits.
world.
Some people don't want to start over.
Yeah,
That's
some people don't want to start over.
then that's your fucking business. Then suck that shit up.
But that sucks though. That certain people are scared to start over just because they're so used to certain things.
So again, so you're gonna prolong a situation that you're not happy in and stay in that unhappiness, and while it just becomes that much harder to actually retract from that.
Right.
That doesn't make any sense to me. It's redundant. I don't get it.
I guess people like that, like they're able to, I guess, manipulate people.
So is it that people actually like the person, or they like what the person does for them, or exactly how the person possibly
They like
looks
they
as an
can
item?
like how they manipulate the person.
A lot of love, a lot of love, and a lot of relationships are transactional. Like I love you because you do this for me, or I love you until da 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 da. So it's like, is it really like? I think our generation lacks unconditional love. We don't see it that much.
This generation's full of fucking weirdos.
We don't see it that much.
It's weirdos, man. I see that shit all the time. I see things. I hear people say things. I'm just like, dog, man.
And don't you always
It's
hear,
just-
but he did this for me. But she did this for me. That's
yeah,
why I'm staying.
Nah.
Everything a person can do for me, I feel like I can do for myself.
Oh, absolutely.
So it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
what
nah.
intangibles are you offering me that I can't find elsewhere or can get for myself?
That's true. That's definitely true. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But have you been negged before?
oh yeah.
Have you been a negger?
I've actually been a nigger. Yeah.
Ooh,
I've
toxic
been
boy.
I've been a nigger undisclosed. Actually.
Yoruba demon.
Especially when I was first.
Oh,
of all,
he's Yoruba. You're
thank
Igbo.
you.
You're
I'm Igbo. And
the
we
toxic
call it Igbo.
man.
No, we call it Igbo angels.
Angels.
Shout out to my Nigerians. You know.
You an angel?
Mike, is that true?
You know they say the devil was once an angel, right?
Oh, now I don't know this.
Yeah, Lucifer.
Yeah, the devil was once an angel.
Lucifer,
That's the
was
thing right here.
Like, he was up there wilding.
Wait, can I tell my experience of how?
No, go ahead, King.
Wrap it up, B. We need the wrap up box. Wrap up from Dave
What is this, a Dave Chappelle special?
Wrap it up, B.
People making bad Dave Chappelle references today.
Like the nigger part for me came from like just, I had a woman that I was dealing with, you know what I'm saying? Like she was a director in an agency, she was making 6 figures and whatnot. And I was still a college boy, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna hold you. So there was times where she wanted me to, I guess, like introduce me to her workspace, and like I always kind of excuse myself by saying like, oh, I had like studying to do, or like I had like work to do. I mean,
Talk to the mic, not to Mike.
I was actually moving my head around. Like, so you so mic. So. Oh, I'm sorry. You want me to talk to the mic? Okay, I'll talk to the mic.
Not that close. Not that close. Pause.
But
Drop
now,
the mic and shit.
And no, and she actually confronted me and asked me. She was like, "Yo, listen. Anytime I talk about my job, it's like you never really are supportive about me. What's going on with that?" And you know, I ain't gonna lie. I was at a young and dumb, immature moment in my life where I was just like, "Yo, like I see you doing your whole thing and doing all this, but I mean, I'm not there. I'm not even nowhere near there. So I kind of need to focus on me, which is like, yeah, it's right at the same time because you gotta focus on yourself, but at the same time, it's selfish because you have a partner. Right. You gotta consider your partner's feelings and like consider like her life is." As it fuses with your life as well, so y'all can have a life together. So it's like I kind of diminished her, you know, in a sense where it was just like nah, I didn't want to hear it because I was trying to get my own shit together. So, have I been negged before? Yeah, I have. You know what I'm saying? Like I can also again related to schoolwork again or like just my business. You know, there was people that was just like, or the people I was trying to build relationships with, they were bringing it down. So it's just like, I mean, I cut them off because you know I don't like to keep people around. That's just a negative impact.
No, I can respect that. Sometimes we do have those people in our lives who, because we're so in tune with them, we're so indulged in their presence in our life, we fail to realize like their negative traits, right? So they call those red flags. Like, have you ever had to anybody ever had a incident where you had to ignore red flags?
Hell yeah.
We all talk about it. Yeah, you ignored red flags. You knew the red flags were there, but you just chose to ignore it.
I would make excuses for the girl just due to her past, or maybe she went through something. I'm like, all right, maybe she's doing this, and that. But I'm like,
her dog died last week, so that's probably why she's wilding on me right now.
Facts.
But at this age, y'all know me. I don't tolerate that anymore. But once I see a red flag, I'm out. That's just me.
I don't know about being out immediately when you see a red flag. It's one of those things where I feel as though that sometimes you might have to shed light on exactly what it is that you're seeing or that you're feeling, and then allow the person, because it may just be something the person does subconsciously, or maybe it just might be something that they just do because that's just within their nature. Right. So if it's something that doesn't necessarily gel well with you, then you bring it up to them. You allow them to make the possible changes, you know, again, but it has to be done on their own accord. And at that point in time, if things still aren't flowing the way that you want it or that you have the aspirations for it, then, hey, you got the option to beat it.
You definitely
That's
do.
it.
You definitely do. So, Justin, when did you ignore red flags?
Probably when I was younger. I'll probably excuse, like, I had a...
Yes.
Damn.
Yes.
Now I excuse just because I'm like, all right, she look cute, she look good, you know, she went through this, her mother doing this, her father's doing this. So I'm like, all right, cool. Let me just, you know, make an excuse for her. But once you start seeing that pattern going on and on and on from 1 month to 7, 8 months, it's like, all right, this is who she is, and I can't tolerate this anymore. And I owe myself some respect a little bit, but yeah, definitely
self-respect for sure.
That's facts, man.
Yeah, I said that's why I preach, you know, your worth all the time to you guys. Just because when I was 20, 21, I didn't know my worth. I let people do whatever they want. Girls say whatever they want to me. Now,
you're not getting certain shit.
Now I can't do that no more.
Yeah, certain shit I used to let fly, I'm not letting fly no more. Like, nah.
Ain't no better.
Yeah, that's facts.
I don't think that. Well, me personally, I've never been that type of person. I think it's kind of.
Yeah,
one of those, yeah.
We know Kevin.
Yeah. Nah, it's because one of those things where, again, I just understand my work, whether what type of stance I might have been at that point in time in my life. It was kind of one of those things where I'm just like, well, I've never had a woman really talk to me crazy, but if it
Damn,
was,
must be nice.
Must be nice.
Then again, I don't know the type. I don't know the type.
What?
I don't know the type of caliber. Again, like when y'all be telling me some of y'all stories, I'll be like, where the fuck did y'all even meet these types of
questions
people?
that need answers.
New Jersey.
But again, it's type of
the girls that be right at the church or the mosque, like right in the front.
Nah, I'm very much a person. I'm very much a person where I honestly believe that energies attract, or sometimes what you're going through at that point in your life, it attracts certain type of energies and entities. So, me personally, like I've always had situations where, or people I dealt with, where it's just that like. They might not necessarily be the best person for me per se, but it's just like, we're still, having fun or whatever. But until the point in time was just that, yeah, this ain't it no more. So,
but you saw a red flag though.
But you saw the red flag there.
Yeah, once I see a red flag, it's just kind of one of those things where just that, all right, again, not so quick to jump the gun on it and call it quits, but it's just like, all right. I'm gonna see if this changes, and if it remains the same, then I just got to be out. Because again, I personally feel as though the longer you stay in a situation, the harder it is to actually get out.
Mm-hmm. Very true.
And
Very
once
true.
feelings and emotions are involved and everything, then it's just like you got the whole attachment, and then of course if you guys are having sex, then it just makes a much more messier situation. So I'm just Nah,
I thought I had somebody that was ignoring red flags with me. It's like, of course, we could all say that we were toxic. We have toxic traits, but I used to be a wild manipulator, like just knowing because I don't know, just because I knew I could get away with it. Like I would do something wrong, but I would guilt trip. I would make her feel like she's the one that's wrong, right? And this was like when I was like maybe like 22, 23. This was before I even met my son's mom, and I didn't give a fuck. Like at that point, like I had got my heart broke, and I didn't give a fuck about nobody else's feelings because it's like, yo, somebody broke my heart. I'm out here. I'm being a dog. I'm fucking whoever. I'm going wherever. Like I had a girl, and then like another girl I was fucking with got in a car accident, so I left the girl that I was with to go tend to the girl that got in a car accident, and then came back. Like I didn't give a fuck. Like and like that didn't bother me because I didn't see no wrong in that because I'm like, yo, nobody give a fuck about my feelings when shit was going on, so I'm not giving a fuck about everybody else's. But it wasn't until like I met my son's mom and like somebody finally like prioritized me. Like I got to see what like love was like for the first time in a long time. I was like, you know what? Let me chill. Let me chill. But yeah, I was bad. I was real bad. But I'm better now. I'm a work in progress. I'm not all the way there yet. But,
it's always a good day to improve.
I'm trying.
For me, shit.
We know all your red flags.
My past, nah. Do you?
We know enough. We know enough. Nigga know enough.
Y'all be making me like I'm the villain.
We don't know that you're in a relationship until it's about to be over.
Like, I mean, I have no problem with that.
Up until the last one.
I'm about to say that it very much was the last one.
This nigga come in the group like, yo, fellas, what would you do if your girl? Like,
because it's like for me at least, like, yo, one thing I try to do is I keep my feelings to myself. You know what I'm saying? Yes, you guys can say that I'm the emotional things, but there's a lot of things y'all don't know about me. You know what I mean?
Tell us.
There's a lot.
Like, we know everything.
Huh? You say we know everything. First of all, y'all know enough, but y'all don't know enough. You know what I'm saying? So right. for me, it's like
somebody look that up. I want to know what it means.
When I experienced red flags, y'all said. You especially know about my last relationship. You got into towards the end of my last relationship, and your mom met my last relationship.
Yeah,
so
man.
Which one?
Which one? But nah, for that one, she was just very controlling, and like I ignored that. I was pretty much like downplaying the situation. Like maybe the things I did, made her that way, or maybe the trust that I didn't have with her made her that way. But it was just like, nah, like you got to call somebody out for what they are, like who they are. You know what I'm saying? If they want to control your life, they're going to find a way to control your life. So I definitely ignored that. There was things where, she was... she was flirting with other niggas. I ignored that. You know what I'm saying? I thought this was a safe space.
Y'all niggas is different. Ladies and gentlemen, this ain't my life.
Wait. Flirting like, oh, you look cute?
Nah. It was more so like, okay, I'll bring a great example. So I think I told y'all this. We was at a bar with a couple of her friends, and I was the only guy amongst her friends and whatnot. So I remember she saw this guy.
Oh, the nigga that ran to her.
Like, first of all, he walked. Nigga that ran to her. Damn, like
that nigga
just call me a whole bitch swat.
Nigga, he had the titties to chest. Cam, can I tell the story? Damn, niggas just want to talk when they wasn't even there. Like, make it make sense.
I know I told y'all, but let me tell them.
We live vicariously through you at that time.
So like literally, you know what I'm saying, couple drinks in, I definitely peeked my shorty. She saw her old fling. Ooh. Her old fling came like very much. First of all, he was a big nigga. I ain't gonna hold you.
You big.
I know I'm big, but he was like cock diesel big. I'm I'm cut big, you know what I'm saying?
So he would have dropped you if you tried to.
Nah, I ain't gonna get dropped, I'll tell you that right there. I don't care how.
This nigga swear he made a vibranium.
I made a Nigerian. I tell you that right there. Fufu and goosey all day. But like I was saying,
hit that like a fucking pillow.
like I was saying, so like he came up, you know, he came up to her and he was just like, oh hey, how's everything going? And like she gave him like one of them hugs. And, you know, one of them hugs where it's just like, yeah, we used to be fucking.
Is it a foot kicked up?
Yo, foot up in the air type shit. I was like,
the sex.
I was like, I know this bitch did not do that. I'm sorry, I'm speaking from a safe space. You know what I'm saying? Speaking from the heart. I was just like, at the time, I was like, I know this bitch did it. So literally, I'm here about to ready to make a move. Her friends grabbed me by the hand and said, please don't do this.
Ooh, wow.
I'm like,
she missed that nigga.
I was like, don't do this. You must got me fucked up. So I literally had to leave the situation because if y'all, what's this place called in off of Route 1? Damn. No, it's not. It's not Big Shots. It's like a blue kind of lounge. Ah man, it's off of
Blue Ale.
Blue Ale, yes. You know how they have the top floor?
Yeah.
So you know how like literally if shit goes down, niggas can fall. Literally, yeah. I was just like, let me go downstairs. Let me go downstairs and just escape the situation because
you ran.
I didn't know.
You ran because he was bigger than you.
I escaped the situation because I would have caught a charge. That's what I'm saying. Like I'm saying that at that moment I would have caught a charge.
What kind of charge?
You gonna catch a charge for a nigga approaching your lady and your lady not doing nothing?
I'm saying when you in love, you do crazy things.
So why do you niggas fight the
that's
it's like when niggas fight the dude that his girl was cheating with rather than
people
check your girl.
No, and that's the thing. That's the thing. When we got outside, there was a whole bunch of like yelling, screaming, and like Blue Ale have cops. So cops was telling me like, yo, you got to calm that down. Like, are you belligerent? Are you drunk? Like, you know what I'm saying? So I had to control myself so I won't go to jail.
You was yelling at him or her?
I was yelling at her.
Oh, okay.
I was definitely yelling at her.
I hope
and
you're
like,
not yelling at that.
And again, that was a perfect example of her trying to manipulate the situation because she was pretty much saying, oh, it wasn't even like that. He's just a friend. And I know niggas hear that nowadays. It's just like, oh, he's just a friend. Like, what the fuck does that even mean? You know what I'm saying? But at that moment, you know, I was trying to save the relationship. I was trying to be a part of the relationship. And like Justin says, when you finally knew your worth, you had to check yourself out of it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yes, it was an unfortunate situation for me, but at the same time, I'm proud of myself that I grew up and got the fuck up out of there because, you know what I'm saying? How many charges do you want me to catch? You know what I mean? Like,
I don't know if you got the fuck up out of there, because I feel like that situation, you was in that relationship for like another year and a half after that.
I was definitely in that relationship for I would say like another 7 months, definitely.
So you ain't get the fuck up out of there.
No, but it's like you when you realizing at the end of the day, because trust me, there's other red flags that came about.
7 months to realize this.
I mean, like, bro, if you have again, if you like 2-3 years deep in a relationship, you're gonna try to see, okay, let me work around that. Because again, I wasn't a saint either. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was doing my thing, I was doing my dirt too. So it's not like I was being myself all holy and righteous.
You was cheating.
You said what? Yeah, I was. Absolutely. I'm not gonna sit here and not.
And did she introduce y'all to at all?
Nah, she never did.
Yeah.
She never did. You know what I'm saying? But thank God we got out of there. We living great.
Was it because? Were you confused because?
I'm sorry. There's too many questions in regards to this matter. Can we just move on to the next topic? I would really appreciate that.
Nah, because I feel like
you said you ain't ask Justin these questions. You ain't ask Mike these questions.
I feel like
I don't live these type of. I don't live that type of.
I feel like niggas like it's like that mentality of like the phrase pussy whipped. Like it's like Mike was talking about the other day in the group chat about the post nut clarity.
Yeah.
Like after you get that nut off, everything becomes like clear as day. 1,000%. So Mike, tell them what you were telling us about the post nut clarity.
So post nut clarity. Post nut clarity is when you think you want something or you think you want somebody, and then after you come, you just like. Nah, I was tripping. It ain't that deep. I don't need to do that. Like you, all right. Let's say if it's a woman, or let's say it's a woman that you think that you might be interested in or whatever, and then you might be, I don't know, plotting to make some moves or whatever, and then you just like, wait, should I hit her up? I don't know. Let me go to my archives and let me go to Pornhub or something. Let me see exactly if it is the way that it is, and then
you get your setup together.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And then after you come, if you still do you still feel the same way, or have things then reverted, from what you feel? And if you don't feel the same way, then again, it's just you probably just be horny, or you probably just want some type of comfort or something. Yeah. But exactly what you think that you want isn't exactly. isn't exactly that.
That's facts.
So
That's definitely facts.
Nah, a lot of shit. You definitely get a clear mindset after you get a nut.
Now the rain is gone. No, okay, come on.
Really?
I'm just saying.
Go ahead, sing the whole song.
I can see all.
No, he would. He would sing.
What you mean?
This nigga probably he was probably in the choir at Samson.
You knew? Yes, I was, bro. Alto. Come on.
You really was?
Oh yeah. What you mean?
whatever.
No, I was. Well, man, listen. I had many talents. Just.
have y'all ever had any moments of post nut clarity?
Yeah.
All the time.
All the time.
What? Yes, man. Trust me.
Now, do you have to follow through with the act itself?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
It's like,
You knew how much time the post nut clarity helped me save money?
but the thing is,
I was like, don't want to hit her up. Nah.
yeah, you think about hitting the chick up, right? Because it's a lonely Saturday night. You're in the crib by yourself. Like, all right, let me text this girl real quick. You text her, and she responds. She's like, all right, give me 30 minutes, right? So while you're waiting for like the 30 minutes, you're like, man, I'm about to just get mine off real quick. So you beat your meat. You get your nut, and you lay back down. Like, oh, it's cool. You don't got like it's cool. Like
I don't respond back.
So if she tells you I'm on the way, you're not gonna respond back.
That happened one time. I was
She came to the crib. She said, I was outside knocking on your door for 20 minutes. And you was in there asleep over some bitch. I'm like, first of all,
damn.
I was by myself. I went to sleep. You took way too, like, fam, if you tell, if you live like 30 minutes away, you say you on your way, and it takes you an hour to get to my place, I'm falling asleep, yo. Like this. Like, there's no reason. Why you taking so long? Like, you say you're on your way. You took an hour.
She's getting herself together for you.
No, I don't need that. You come as you are. I got a shower. You know what I mean? I got extra towels. I got washcloths. If you need to get yourself right, everything is here. You don't need to bring anything with you. I got shorts. I got beaters. You can wear that. You can go to bed butt ass naked, and then you can leave the next day. Like,
so she ain't even try to hit like that.
I got my nut already. I pleased myself.
Yo, she must have been tight. She's like, damn, he ain't even do nothing in
part of the game. Charge it to the game.
Charge it to the game.
Charge it to the game. Because they be making us wait, and then when we make them wait, they be feeling all types of pissed. So it's like, nah, that's the energy I like. Keep that same energy when you keep me up waiting. I'm gonna make you wait.
Basically, we've had an interaction about this. Yeah, years back when, I'm not going to tell the entire story, but years back when, this was very much in our early 20s, my good friend Basil and I, we went out for an excursion, it was a post-party excursion.
A lot of excursions.
Niggas went on a whole trip.
No, it wasn't a whole trip. It wasn't a trip.
They went on a dummy mission.
No.
It was actually a fun mission.
We went down the street from where we were, and it was very brief, and then Basil got a call, and he was just like, well, Mike, my night is over. And I was like, all right. And I'm just like, all right, cool. And I just happened to be with Basil, and he was just like, all right, you can stay in my car. Mind you, it's January.
Oh, this when Basil left you in the cold.
Wow.
I took the keys.
First of all,
No. Wait, hold.
Oh.
What happened was that he was like, you can stay in the car. And I'm just like, all right, can I have the keys? He was just like, nah. So I'm just like, bruh, all right, so take me home. He was just like, nah. And I'm just like, all right, well, if you about to hit it already, or let's say, if you about to hit it or you already hit it, bruh, if you tell her, I'm going to be back X amount of time, bro, if she really want to hit you, or like I said, or like whatever the case may be, all you gotta tell shorty is, I'm be back at this time. She gonna go ahead and wait. That's all.
Some would fall asleep.
No.
Some would fall
okay,
asleep.
and then if she falls asleep, she falls asleep. But I don't feel as though that sex should ever be something where it's that pressed on in any regard. Like if you're gonna have it, we're gonna have it. Like that's all it is.
Listen,
like you can't
hungry.
put the pussy on the pedestal.
It wasn't, but I was just young and hungry, and I want. Listen,
Young and hungry.
You ever been in that moment? Where
Never.
she damn it, let me tell the story.
He said this.
You ever been in that moment where it was like in a sense you were friend zoned for the longest and the longest, and then she finally wanted to give you some.
Nah, I'm
So
not gonna be my
I ain't gonna lie. I remember that moment. because Mike, he set himself up for his own situation.
Wow.
So I'm like, I thought he was good.
No, nigga, I mean, granted, I didn't ride. Okay, granted, I did not ride with Basil to the party, but post the party when we was gonna go for our excursions, Basil knew that he was my transportation. So being there, and it was literally like 2, 3 a.m. at this point in time. Yeah. It's literally not even a 7 minute.
So when y'all get that where you at 2 or 3 in the morning, y'all know what's about to go down.
At the end of the day, I always feel as though and this goes for men, women, it's never that deep. At the end of the day, if you got it, you got it. And if it's one of those things where it's only a window of opportunity of when something could be taken advantage of, then you don't really got it like that. That's just what it is.
It was growth.
But yeah,
you know what I mean? At the end of the day, like the same thing that happened back then, I wouldn't, do with you now. You know what I'm saying?
I would like to think now. Thank God for nigga got his own car, but then thank God for Uber and shit now. Like,
I would have riding that Uber.
Back then.
Yo, listen, if it was back then and Mike said, "Yo, we gonna split this," I would have said, "All right, I'm down." I'm down to split it. Come on, just how many times I split it with you in DC? Every time.
No.
But yeah, thank God for progressions.
Thank God for
progression. Thank God for growth. Right. Thank God for success. Mm-hmm. What do you guys consider what would you guys consider success? Like what does success look like to you? Like
putting everything on auto pay.
Everything?
Everything.
I don't care how much money I got. I'm never putting anything on auto pay.
Is just financially?
Nah, but it's just
that was your first response.
That's my It's my first response. It wasn't my only though.
But that was your first. That was your initial one.
But can you imagine have everything on auto pay?
I mean,
I don't. Anybody, yo, if you have everything on auto pay, shout out to y'all. Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. When you ain't got no bill collector call, you won't get nothing. Yeah. Like that's a goal. But for me though, the definition for success for me, I mean, I personally think mental health, wellness, like just being mentally good, you know what I'm saying? Like we don't really talk about mental health in the Black community, so just being mentally good, like and overall, spiritually grounded. Just understand that there's a higher power, above yourself. You're not arrogant to what's going on with like life. You believe in a lot of things. I mean, of course, financial stability, everybody just wants to be, make sure they have it. So when people want to say, are you down for this? Mm-hmm. It's not like, I got to check my finances. You always you ready to go. And just emotionally supportive, just making sure that like the people around you that, they understand that you're able to love someone and you're able to receive love too. So I think, there's so many different aspects into, what somebody's definition of success is, but that's just mine.
Okay. Mike,
I would say, excuse me, I would say my definition, my own personal definition of success would just to have the self-liberation to, be what I want to be and to, just overall happiness, financial stability, just being overall well in tune with myself. And one of my favorite artists, excuse me, Bob Marley, he was in the middle of an interview and somebody was just asking him just like, are you rich? And he was just like, all right, what type of riches you talking about? And they were just like, all right, he was just like possessions. He's like, oh, so possessions make you rich? Like, and he was just like, oh, the gold make you rich or whatever. And he's just like, nah, he don't got them type of riches. He don't want them type of riches. Like, he just want a rich spirit. And, that's definitely how I would see it and how I want it for myself as well. Like, unfortunately, I know death very well, unfortunately. And my Uncle Victor, when he had passed, I remember, when you're actually in the front end of a family and, you lose somebody, you're very you're like in the front. So of course, I wasn't thinking to look in the back, because we were there from the very beginning. And then I remember at the end of the service, I looked back and it was just a mob of people, like people had to be standing up and stuff. I'm just like, wow. And everything that everybody just spoke about was just about his legacy that he left behind. And it's not about exactly what you do, I guess, per se when you're here, but it's more so exactly what people can say about you when you're no longer present. And, that's what I want it to be. I want it to be where it's just that I have such an impact on people, and I'm able to leave things behind or leave my own imprint, in the world, where it's just that like, all right, people could hear my name and have great things to say about me, or even have maybe a business, or just whatever the case may be, just that type of, I guess, legacy. That would be my own definition of success, not necessarily what I have here, right now, but more so about what I could possibly leave behind and what people are going to say about me when I'm no longer present.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Damn, Mike.
Justin got a tear.
I know, I'm saying.
You got a tear. No, it's still there. It's right there. You got a tear.
My fault.
I don't know that. All black men.
My fault.
It's still there.
You have to get yourself.
It's still about to say, bro.
You got a diamond on your cheek.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm right, like a diamond.
But nah, Justin, what's success to you?
I would say accomplishing each goal that you have listed. So I have like a list of goals that I want to, accomplish, and I'll do one by one and go from there. Financially, I think that's a big part. Because I want to be at the point where I'm just, I guess you say, swiping my card everywhere I go. Like, I don't have to look at my bank statements, going to say, oh, is my account on the negatives, or if I get paid on Friday. I just want to, I ain't saying spend it like crazy, but just swipe. Oh, you need money? If my mother needs something, my sisters need something, I got you. Without no hesitation. That's probably my biggest thing right there. Motivation, making sure my family is straight overall. Because, like I said, I'm the man of the house now, so that's my main concern right there. But like I said, I think I don't judge people for what they want as far as their goals and stuff, because what I might think is what I might think is my goal or whatever, you might think that's the bare minimum, or you might think that, or I could exceed that or whatever. But yeah, overall, everybody has their own thing as far as success goes overall. But
Oh no, I definitely get that.
Yeah.
What about you, Ish?
My definition of success is, am I looking at personal success, or am I looking at success like in the grand scheme of things? For me personally, I feel like being in a place of happiness. Like, there's nothing like peace of mind, like not having to worry about certain things, not being there. Like, I want to make sure my mom is good. I want to make sure my dad is good. My kids are good. I'm good, because if I'm not good, it trickles down to everybody else. Mm-hmm. And you don't ever want to take on everybody else's burden. You don't want people's, because even for the rich, right? When you get money, the whole family, everybody, even cousins you haven't spoken to in 20 years feel entitled to your money. So it's like, I want to get to a place where I know, like, I get a large chunk of money. Here's your cut. I want nobody to call me for anything ever again. That's my peace of mind, right? But that's not what success is. Just my happiness. If I'm happy wherever I'm at, whatever I'm doing, whoever I'm with, what else is there?
Can't put a price tag on that.
You can't put a price tag on that, because at the end of the day, all the monetary shit and the like the physical, like diamonds, jewelry, all the, can't take that shit with you when you die. Like, but if you know that your heart is pure and your intentions is always good, and you are a good person, or you try to be a good person, that's all you can go off of. And Mike said it earlier. He said the legacy that you leave behind. Like, you don't want to leave your kids with your debt. That's my biggest fear. I don't want to leave my kids with my debt, right? I want to make sure all my shit is paid off, so when they grow, they got money on the side. I want to open up accounts for my kids that I tell them, don't touch this shit until you're like 25. And when they do go to touch it, it's like 2.5 mil. Like, I want to set them up like that safety net I want to give my kids. That's what success is. Making sure my kids are left off better than my parents left me.
That's what it's about.
That's what it's definitely about.
Especially within the black community. Unfortunately, that doesn't happen too often.
Right. So. But, I listen to all of us talk about success, and now one of us mentioned marriage.
Whenever you cross that bridge, it's not.
If it happens,
yeah. I mean, it's something where just it's a nice goal. It would be something nice to obtain, in due time, But again, it's not. I don't feel as though that it's something that's like, all right, well, I want to get the car I want to have. I want to have to get the house I want to have, and oh wow, let me get married. Like, I mean, again, like, marriage isn't for everybody per se, and I feel as though that in society it's just often imposed. I mean, like, if we're gonna be honest about it, I mean, how many people do we honestly know that are happily married? like happily married, not
outside
just.
looking in.
I mean,
Yeah, exactly. It's a small majority of people.
It's
It's
a
just
small
that
majority,
like yeah, and then sometimes just like when you find out like the real ins and outs of some people's marriages, you just like, what the fuck, like, like wow, I didn't even know that. I would have never
each
thought
other
that.
up every day.
So yeah, so that's even with you know, in our society, you know, like how quick people are to say, oh, goals and bagels and this and this, like, oh, that should be us, and
Y'all
blah, blah,
relationship
blah.
and marriage goals getting divorced.
Yeah, like the thing about it is that I often find it humorous how people want to idolize and want to mimic shit that they only know maybe 1/3 of, if even that. You know, like shit on the outside looking in is always gonna look better than what it really is on the inside. And I feel as though that's what happens a lot of the time. Like, I mean, like even with like celebrities or whatever, like people often do it, you know, that they say that they want to be this person or they want to be like that person, but just that like you think that if somebody's really, you know, really doing somebody bad or doing somebody the worst, you really think they're going to necessarily put that on the forefront about how unhappy that they are? Or are they going to go ahead and, you know, just, you know, have the matching outfits and, you know, the shits and giggles, like, oh yeah, like everything is all, you know, good and dandy.
Yeah, nah, that's facts. Marriage to me used to be a thing where when I was younger, I said, all right, by 21, I'm going to be married, right?
wow, 21.
I said 25.
When I was younger.
Okay.
So I was like 21 marriage, right? Then I got to 21. I'm like, all right, 25. I got to 25. 30. Mm-hmm. I'm at 32 now. It's looking real 45-ish. It's looking real 45-ish. Because it's like I'm open to the idea, but then again, I'm not. I have like a fear of marriage, right? And a lot of people, like even like recently, like Safari posted saying that marriage was the worst thing he ever did, right? But I'm like,
are he not married no more?
They still
Nah, it's
married,
really
but
good,
he's trying to leave that.
Oh,
So I'm like,
shit.
I'm looking at it like, yo, fam, like I never want to have that resentment for my significant other that made me have that type of thinking for marriage. Like the whole institution of marriage has been like watered down. It don't even mean shit no more. Because people jumping in and out of that shit. Like I tell everybody, I'm like, yo, I don't even believe marriage is like a real title. I believe marriage is like a financial status, like because it's paperwork. It's a government paperwork. Like it's a relationship, right? And it's a social class once you get married. Because when you get married, now you with the people up here. Like, oh, we're married, we're happily married, whatever the case is. But when that marriage falls apart, is it the marriage that fell apart, or was it the relationship that you guys never secured? Because that marriage and that relationship, the foundation it was built on, is not what it was meant to stand on. Because there's no reason why people can be married 6 months to a year before you turn around to get a divorce.
Yeah, that's mind blowing to me.
Like, fam, what?
Yeah, that's definitely like stupid. Like,
Yeah, they always say that. The time that people spend married, that whenever they get divorced, split that time in half. So like, if a person is married 10 years, really they only been together for 5 years. The rest of the 5, they've been just trying to figure it out, trying to keep it together.
Yeah,
you
because
know,
we're all trying to keep it together. Like, and I'm like, I'm open to marriage. Honestly, like I feel like for the right time and the right
person,
for the right person, and I have to be right myself.
Yeah,
like, you can't always like look for the right person for you. You have to be right for that person too.
You can't love somebody without loving yourself.
Yeah, how can somebody know how to love you if you don't know how to love yourself?
You can't.
Like you got to teach. Like I tell women all the time, like I don't know how to love you the way you want to be loved. You got to teach me because I can't give you a generic love because. You just be like, oh, this is how you used to do with all the other girls. No, teach me specifically what works for you, so I know what I'm paying attention to. So that's about it. But yeah, y'all relationship goals. Kim and Kanye, they're done.
Whose relationship goals?
I thought they were going to last, to be honest.
I did it.
I did.
They lasted longer than I expected.
They lasted longer than I expected.
They lasted longer than I expected.
Yeah, all the kids and all that. I'm just like, I'm not saying kids or anything. But
Kim helped Kanye get out of debt too.
Yeah.
Whoa, that was a lot of money. That I'm just saying.
I'm pretty sure the money that they made while they've been married to split that in half.
Yeah, facts. They got that like tenfold.
She probably makes more than him, right?
No,
she don't.
No, nigga, Yeezy's is $1 billion company.
Yeah,
she does not. There's only 1 billion in the Kardashians.
That's the what's the
That's the mom.
Kylie.
That's the mom.
No,
What you
that's
mean?
Kylie,
Mom be
nigga.
running. You don't think mom be running each coin? Kim.
She only gets
Kylie,
10%.
Chloe.
She only gets 10%. That's not a Billy.
I mean, but still, like, I feel like personally, like Kim's mom, she definitely has some type of like
She's the
legal.
She's the greatest manager of all
Yeah,
time.
come on, without a
She
doubt.
used her daughter's sex tape to build the empire for the family.
which is ridiculous.
I mean, besides the OJ case, I mean, who actually knew about the Kardashians prior to that?
Prior to Raja, yeah.
Right,
I
yeah,
mean,
facts.
yeah.
Nah, that's facts.
I hit it.
I was just about to say that.
But now, for marriage, for me, I just look at it differently. I had a mother and father been married for 35 years, so that's all I knew. When I see, all these divorces happening in my life, I'm just like, damn, like, I didn't even try to put effort in. Like, I see divorces that happen within like a year. I'm like, damn, like the marriage is over.
That's nuts.
Like, that should be nuts to me.
That's nuts.
You know what I'm saying? Like, trust me, I've seen my parents fight. Don't get me wrong, but like, it's like a love kind of fight. You know what I mean? They have their issues, they talk about it, they come together, and they resolve their issues, and they move forward. You know what I mean? So it's just like, you said that, marriage wasn't in like our definition of success, and you're right, because I felt like, in a sense, like my success was on a personal goal.
Mm-hmm.
But me personally, I do want marriage. I do want a partnership with someone that I can be able to build a life with. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Why is that?
Just because I feel like two great minds can conquer a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? Like my parents, they came from nothing back in Nigeria. They came here, they built a business. My mom's a whole nurse. My dad got his college degree. They had 3 beautiful kids that they're growing up and they're being great people.
2.
3 beautiful kids.
Who's the third one?
Myself.
We didn't know you had siblings though.
Yo, mad niggas don't know Basil got siblings. Like.
Yes, I have a younger brother. I have an older sister. I feel like Justin, you're the only one that didn't meet my other younger brother. Mike, you met.
No, I met your brother.
Oh, my sister you didn't meet.
Yeah, I knew you had a sister like a year ago, and that's because my sister knew who she was.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's true. That's facts. That's very true. Yeah, my
Shout out to
sister
Stephanie.
she's very private. She just keeps it going. But shout out to my sister.
I have no idea what she looks like.
This nigga be hiding his family. He hides his family on the gram.
Hides my family from the world.
Yo, never post his sister, yo.
But I just like I said, like, so I feel like a partnership is what I'm trying to go for. You know what I'm saying? Like, I do think marriages take a lot of work, and you are right. You have to be in a position to really know yourself and love yourself before you can love and deal with anybody else. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
You can't just be out here half-assed in your love, because if you give that to someone else, they may reject it, and then all the negativity will come about. So I mean, I just feel like a lot of people aren't ready for that next step. Yes, they want the quote-unquote relationship goals, but they don't want the actual work it takes to be in a relationship. You know what I'm saying?
You think at the moment that you are right now, you're ready for not love, for marriage?
No.
Why not?
I personally think because I still have a lot to learn about myself. I feel like I still have a lot to love about myself. You know what I mean? So how can I really give that to someone else? You know what I mean? I'm definitely at my age. I'm working towards that. You know what I mean? When I'm finally ready to it, trust me, y'all gonna see.
You're not 30 yet, right?
Nah, 30 in less than 10 days.
Okay. So at 30, right?
Uh-huh.
What age do you think? What would you give yourself? Give yourself a time frame to get married. 2 years.
So I know how you remember how you said like at 21 you thought you was gonna get married. For me,
Right.
It was 25. 25 came, and I
At
was
your big age.
Yeah, I was in a very toxic relationship at 25. I was not even thinking of.
You was getting beat on,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
So you still are?
No.
Wow.
So I mean, I would say personally, I think a calm 33, 34. You know what I'm saying?
So will you be in the process of dating someone to get there? Because that's like a 2 years. You have to
Yeah, I
propose
think absolutely. I think I would want to build that partnership and have that growing and understanding that hey, listen, like I'm trying to, especially if you tell somebody where your goals are, like, hey, listen, I'm trying to really get like married in like in a certain amount of time. I'm not saying you're the one to get married to, but it's like you definitely got to set that intention up front. You know what I mean? So I'm at my age, I'm not in a space to be wasting people's time. You know what I mean? Like, if I just want to fuck, I just want to fuck. But if I want to build something with you, I'm gonna let it be known. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, we shouldn't be like back then, like, you know, because I wasn't thinking about marriage. Yeah, I would definitely waste somebody's time. Like, I was like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean,
I treated them well. Like, I'm not going to deny it. We went out. You know what I'm saying? I paid for dinner, but like most of the times,
wasting my time. Why don't you?
You know, like, hey, it's one of the sad truths that people don't want to be like addressed about. You know, do you think every relationship you was in, you saw that person as a wife?
Yeah, I thought about it. I would think about it.
Really?
Wait, you think about it?
No, I would like, cause I think about, you know, we having sex. She might have a kid, and I don't want to have a kid. With
so you gonna have you would get married at a wedlock?
No, I'm saying I try to prevent that.
Kid out of wedlock.
No, I'm saying
that's
like,
what I'm saying. Yeah.
No, I'm saying I mean I have no control over that, but it's just like she was. I'm like, would she be a good mother to my kids? I'm like, nah. So I don't sleep with just anybody because I always think about that. But definitely, it comes to my mind if I'm thinking, you know, if.
You know, King Raw Dog and shit. You
Listen,
gotta be mindful of King Raw Dog.
Yeah, you can't be out here wilding. I mean,
you gotta make sure you're having condom sex, guys.
What's that?
Mike.
What's
Come on, Kevin.
I don't
Look. We had a good time.
When the last time you put on a condom?
Look,
I was gonna say 3 months ago. Just say 3 months ago.
Do what the women do.
3 months ago. But I love that. I love that Justin brought that up. You know, how you saw like different women, like, you know, of a marriage type. Me, it was just like I feel like I only saw one, and I fucked that up because I wasn't ready to be in another relationship after my toxic relationship. You know what I'm saying? I think you remember. We ain't going.
Oh, no, it be like that sometimes.
It do remember. There was, like I said, there was only one woman I thought I was like, yeah, that was gonna be my wife, but I couldn't wife her at the moment because I was trying to get rid of that damn toxic ass relationship.
It be like that.
You know, demon time.
I
You done missed out on some great shit.
I know I did.
And
giving that one girl a chance to fuck you over and over and over. You missed out on a good girl.
Yeah, you missed out on a good. That's a fact, bro. That's a fact, man. And if you're hearing
to the
this,
best of us.
definitely
happens to the best of us.
What? Wait, hold on. You sure you want to say whatever you about to say?
No, I'm about to say.
Don't
hearing this.
Don't do it.
Say nothing. I was gonna say nothing.
Now you want.
I was just making sure that
we good. It was like a little like chatter before the chatter.
Yeah, no, that's why.
I heard people talk, so I was like, let me just. It wasn't even like that. It was like the
pump fake.
Remember that video when Melo came to Brooklyn and he wanted to pump fake and he was like, nah, I'm fucking around with y'all niggas.
Oh yeah, when the ball rolled.
He was like, nah, I'm fucking with y'all niggas.
But nah, I definitely get that though. So yeah, like don't rush relationships, don't rush marriage, don't be forced or rushed by your family.
What if you're pressured by your spouse?
Fuck that.
You can't pressure me.
Nah,
if I like, I understand. Like, all right, if she says women have the
biological clock,
right? So they want to have children and they want to get married.
I want my ex cracked,
right? But at the same time, like, just because you're ready doesn't mean I'm ready.
Facts,
right? And I shouldn't have to work on your time. Let's come together. Let's compromise on a timing, right? So if you said you want to get married within the next 2 years, and I said I want to get married in 5 years, we gonna meet at 3.
Shit, that's if she wants to meet you at 3.
I don't.
And
like
sometimes
that.
if she don't want to meet at 3, then if what I'm working on and the time she's working on can't work together, can't coexist, then we just gotta go our separate ways.
See, the reason why I say I don't like that because again, just how we were speaking on earlier about being able to manipulate things or manipulate the situation. If you tell somebody, you know, I want to be married in 5 years or whatever, they could play that role perfectly for 5 years, and then they know that, all right, once that 5 years is up, I'm gonna go ahead and get my ring, and bam, now you're locked in. You know, so now it's just that, all right, whatever situation or whatever person that you thought that you might have been able to grow with, now you're seeing different, you know, different faces of that person. But overall, I truly believe that the concept of, you know, dating and just overall meeting people, I feel as though that everybody that you meet and come across is not by chance. It's all by design. Mm-hmm. It's up for you to figure out exactly what and why that person was involved in your life or you were involved in that person's life. Sometimes it could be to show you, exactly, how nasty people can be, or how good a person, how good of a person you could possibly have, or, teach you different skills and trades or whatever the case may be, or just overall, like, that could be the person where just that, you're supposed to be with in that moment up until the time you're supposed to be with the next person. That's how it really is. But people get so caught up in the raptures of, okay, I like this person now, so obviously this person got to be the one. And then when it in turn turns out to be, not that one, then it's like, all right, well, I wasted all this time and investing into you, and you're not it. But I really feel as though that if it is supposed to be a forever thing or whatever, as people say it is, then why is it that, again, it's supposed to be rushed? I'd rather things, again, be the way that it is,
organically.
Exactly,
But
it should be.
That's a question. But what if she wants to have kids and then she's 32? I don't know what time the biological clock ends.
This is like 35.
That's 35. So
Yeah,
it's just like at some point in time, she might not pressure you, but she's going to be like,
Then
what we
at that
doing
point,
here now?
At that point in time, well, if I feel as though that if that's the type of conversation, then you sometimes part of adulting is making decisions that you gotta make the tough decisions. And sometimes you got to do what you know that you need to do rather than what you want to do. And sometimes people can be really selfish and will just often allude to exactly what we want rather than exactly what we know that we need. So, I don't think as though that should be something that people should really just get caught up in. You got to be able to. The heart is very tricky. It could really take a toll on you, and it could really just trick you into thinking that you want something that you really don't. And then, just like the post-nut clarity that we was talking about earlier, it's just like once the dust settles and everything.
Can you imagine you propose to a shorty, you bust a nut, and you like, I don't think I want to marry this chick.
Yeah, but like once
really want to be a toxic kid.
Once the dust
That's the
settles,
bachelor party.
Once the future.
Once the dust settles on everything, that's when you're able to really compartmentalize with everything and just understand better as far as to whether that be what you really want, and exactly if you could see yourself without that person and you still feel the same.
No, I definitely understand that.
That's facts.
That's true. That's true.
So it comes full circle with that. Would you guys date? Because it's this guy Justin's King.
Oh, it's my therapist.
His therapist. His therapist, Kevin Samuels.
Hey, listen, he be saying some shit.
Some real shit.
He be saying some shit.
I'll be like, wow.
And this is the Kevin Samuels.
Hold
Jr.
on.
Right?
Wait, my question to y'all is Kevin Samuels truthful or is he disrespectful?
Both, definitely.
Okay.
But I respect the disrespect because he's being honest at the same time.
Right.
Yeah.
He can change his wordplay a little bit.
Be honest and not be disrespectful.
I agree.
Right.
But I mean, I think because of his platform, he wants attention.
That's his thing, though.
He attracts it by being disrespectful because, okay, like people may comment it, but guess what? He's still gonna have people tuned in. He's gonna be like, damn, who's Kevin Samuels gonna bash today? You know what I'm saying? And I want to be fair on the record. I want to be fair. Like I feel like Kevin Samuels, he gives heat to both parties, both male and female. I think we all been in the clubhouse where we've heard, a lot of women say, "Oh, Kevin Samuels only attacks women." Nah, if you heard the speeches he had for the men too, he'd be like, "Oh, listen, you fat, you overweight,
you dick small,
you don't know if you got a good dick,
right? Like, you don't know if you got all that." So it's
make
just like
$800 a month, nigga. Who the fuck you think want to settle down with you?
And like he be laughing. It says just like that. He be laughing at them. So it's like I feel like he be playing it fair, for just both genders. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, Kevin Samuels, he definitely does speak a lot of truth, and I always be saying, don't shoot the messenger.
Bruh,
a lot of women don't want to hear the truth.
Just the way he delivers his message, right? Yo, he says that shit with a serious face, like no LOL included. Like
no, he laughs. He makes me laugh.
He be like, okay, hold on, sweetheart. Let me tell you something real. I'm like, fam. He said to this lady, he said, how old is she? Like 30, 35? Maybe?
Yeah, it was somebody young.
He's like
34,
he's like,
35.
hold on. Let me play for y'all because that nigga was wilding because he tried to tell her like you think you wifey material just because like you this or you like? Hold on, let me play this shit.
No,
This is
like,
nuts.
like I said,
I'm subscribed to his
Hold on,
YouTube
this is
channel
what
and
this is.
everything.
Hold on.
you are.
Yeah. I'll be at work just watching.
Hold on.
What? Facts. Shit. Shit.
I mean,
No.
listen.
First of all, that's rude as fuck. to
It's
tell any
rude.
woman, like,
It's rude, but what did he say anything wrong?
Yo, my
Like-
thing is, I don't like when these women and these men go on his show. They know what they're gonna.
They know what they're going to do.
Yeah.
Yes,
And
facts.
then they play the victim when
And then they play the
he
victim.
drags them. Like, come on, like, don't do that. Like, you know what you was gonna do.
All right, so let's take that and let's bring it to the table, fellas. Let's say you met a woman. She has 2 kids.
One dad or two.
Uh,
One dad or two.
What is one?
dad-
That
it
goes
matters.
first.
It matters. It
We'll
matters.
be on the safe side. One dad with 2 kids.
Okay.
Yet she was being celibate. Would you wait when are you dating her? And she said she wants to be celibate until she's married.
Oh nah.
Nah.
Why the
See-
look?
There we go.
What did he say was wrong?
Hold on. So it's like this. All right, let's not. All right, let's flip it. Let's
There's
flip
men
it.
out there for women like
So
that.
you want me to buy a vehicle already
your
that has
kids.
miles on it. The car already got 100,000 miles on it, but you want me to pay the fucking retail price for when the vehicle actually came out. The fuck?
Exactly.
No. Absolutely not.
They're gonna say, I'm worth it.
Exactly.
I'm sure you are
She
to
just said it.
somebody
She
else.
just
I'm
said it. The cookies are worth it. So it's
To
just like,
somebody. It's just
to somebody, just not me.
Nah, two kids, one dad. I could date that woman. Like, I don't like that. Doesn't. It's one dad, 2 kids.
So we
Like, if you have 3 kids and 3 dads, that's a hell no for me. Like, I'm not even.
Nope.
What are we talking about?
She wants another 4th dad.
No,
support that.
No,
She wants you to be a dad of all her kids, all her other kids.
No, it's no.
that's celibate shit. Well,
I respect
I
it.
respect.
I respect the celibate. I respect
I respect. any woman who says she's celibate.
I'm. That's fine. Any woman that says that she's celibate, that's fine. Like, you don't have to have sex, but I personally feel as though that sex is important, and that's again, people have different levels of importance. Right. Sex is important. I'm not going to undermine sex. So if I'm going to go ahead and wait for marriage to have sex with somebody, and then I not be satisfied with that sex, then it's just like, damn, son.
Now you gotta stick.
Yeah,
to
now, it's just like, bro, like let's
She
be
ain't nasty enough for you.
yeah, like, bro, like, it's just like, bro,
Right, like-
it's like, now I'm just like, what am I supposed to do? Like, niggas gonna cheat eventually, man.
Oh.
I'm not saying I'm gonna cheat, but I'm saying somebody like
I ain't gonna cheat somebody.
First, Michael, niggas not gonna cheat. I'm saying I'm not.
Don't do that.
bro,
Don't do that. Don't speak for all of us.
I'm okay. So you So you're telling me a woman tells you that she's in the middle of her celibacy and she wants to wait until you guys are married in order for her to break that celibacy. You finally guys are wedded and everything.
Right.
The sex is trash. She doesn't have any type of interest to do the things that you possibly even have an interest in. Then what? Well, you being the person that hold on, don't give me the popular response. Give me the real response.
I wouldn't even be in that situation. let's get that right there. Like, first of all, nah, that's not happening. But if it was that, it's like, sex is what? They say sex is subjective. What's good sex to you is not always good sex to another person.
Okay.
Like, you can learn what a person likes. You can teach a person like what you like sexually. After teaching them something, if it doesn't, get better, then you gotta take.
No.
I mean, Justin
That's
said
why I
that.
said at the beginning it's not gonna happen to me regardless. Because
I'm sorry. That's
like,
rough.
That's
Very rough. Like,
fam, what?
Yeah.
Celibacy.
Yeah.
All right, you want to be celibate? That's cool. I respect it.
right?
You don't have to be celibate with me.
That's facts.
That's,
Because it's just like I said, people, first of all, people undervalue sex in a relationship, which is weird.
some of y'all overvalue sex.
Some of us overvalue
It's
sex.
probably
You
me.
know what I'm saying? This is like, but just think about it. If you're coming into, like, even some women want, like, they want to be in a relationship before they have sex, and it's just like a lot of niggas don't move like that. A lot of niggas they at least they know what you are, so they can make a decision wholeheartedly. How you gonna give me something like little bits and pieces, and then we get into a relationship, I get some sex, and then it's not what I want. Now I'm in a whole ass relationship. Just how Mike said, like, you know what I'm saying? So it's just it couldn't be the ghetto.
Never be me.
The ghetto.
I don't judge anybody who
I don't
date-
either, but the
who
ghetto.
date women who are celibate or people who wait to get married before they have sex. If you guys want to do that,
I remember I dated somebody. I dated somebody like that.
That's why I give shout out to all the virgins, man. Who
especially
are,
in this generation.
Yeah.
shit, man. Look, because the people. But the thing about it, I always look at it like this. Like, imagine like you was a virgin, right? And then you find out later on that you a whole nympho.
Yeah. And then
You find out you're a whole nympho. You just
Mind-
like, damn,
mind
son,
body.
I want other, like, this is what it's like now. I wonder what it's like with this person or that
Right,
person.
but I finally have
But
some
just
fun.
like, but just like, bro, you married, like, so.
I remember I was dating this woman. She wanted a relationship before sex. So being me, I never had that. I was like, okay.
You my girlfriend.
No. Like I took my time. Like I was like, you know what, cool. Because she did have girlfriend potential. I'm not gonna knock it. So, but at the same time, I do want sex before me making that decision. So I remember literally, you was actually with me.
You was
there? He was with me.
What?
So let me tell you the story. Let me tell you the story.
Was this a cookout?
So nah. So we so like I said, we were talking from like the whole summer. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say which summer. And then
have to specify
me and
the
my boys, we decided to go to DC for a weekend. Justin was in his family.
I remember this.
So
I think I remember.
I don't recall.
Was that the weekend when he disappeared?
yeah.
When
Yes,
he
he
disappeared.
Yes.
When he disappeared the whole weekend, he was only in the room and then he didn't come back for the whole weekend.
So
No. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So literally, I was telling her like, yeah, like, you know what I'm saying, like when we get back, it was before, I think it was a week before her birthday. I was trying to plan her birthday or whatnot, you know what I'm saying. I was like, maybe this will be the weekend I get some. You know what I mean? I try to like have the conversation about it, but she was like literally downplaying it. She was like, "Are you gonna ask me to be your girl?" I'm like, okay. So that same weekend, we was out in DC with my boys, and it was a wild, great weekend.
Outside
To the point where man's caught a couple bodies out there. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna hold you. Like
A couple.
Yeah.
Wow.
Alumni ball.
Oh yeah, that weekend. That was a great weekend. She was out there that weekend too.
What y'all talking about?
Oh, we don't remember that weekend?
What weekend?
I can't say when, but
The weekend?
That weekend.
All-Star weekend. One day y'all gonna have to get that.
So wait.
One day y'all
Long
gonna have to
story
get that story.
Long story short.
That was an epic
Long
weekend.
story short. I came back, but here's the realness of me. I came back and I let her know. I was like, listen, I can't do this with you because there's no way. Like I'm not gonna be honest with you. I told her what happened. She was like, yo, thank you for being honest. You know what I mean? And we kept it our separate ways. You remember? Y'all remember the person I was trying to, cuff?
That was a fucking amazing.
I don't remember the person you were trying to cut, but I just remember that weekend.
That weekend.
And it just.
That was one of my favorite DC weekends.
That was my
seriously.
yeah.
No, it was-
that was literally a lit weekend.
Last
weekend was
minute,
epic.
like
It was-
week and a half playing that shit.
Like y'all remember, like those are the type of weekends like when we get like older and we link up, like bro, let's talk about that weekend in DC. Like, that shit is crazy, bro.
Facts.
Yeah. So Kevin Samuels, like, I mean, I don't have nothing against him. Like the women hate him.
Yeah.
The women hate him.
Some women like it though, because
Some women do like it.
They respect his honesty. They respect that he has a point and not just he going off of stats, not just off of feelings or whatever. But
Facts.
like he might say, he might ask the woman how old are they, what's their dress size,
How much you weigh?
how much you weigh.
How much money you made?
So one girl was like 5'4". He was like, how much you weigh? She said 180. He was like, so he pretty much he's saying like, why would a rich man that makes $10,000 a month want to date a woman with 3 kids that's fat? Like,
Yo,
no, why would he do that? Like, why wouldn't he date a younger woman that's 25, that's fit and shape?
facts.
But he'll say that, I think he'll say that black women are probably, I guess you could say, out of shape as a whole. So he was saying like,
I don't agree to that.
And that's where we kind of like we draw the line with the whole Kevin Samuels thing. Is like at the end of the day, you can't target. You know what I'm saying? You can have a little fun, but you can't target a whole race. Like,
don't target black women.
well, I mean, that's his thing.
I'm not saying you said it. I'm just saying like I think that's where he becomes off more disrespectful because you can't just sit there and like say, because like I said, white people got their fat women, Asian women got their fat women. Like, you know what I'm saying? All races got their fat women at the end of the day.
If you wanna find your queen, it might be this weekend. Next weekend actually. You can find your queen next weekend.
Oh, nah. Next weekend is my birthday weekend.
You don't think you can find your queen
Absolutely
next week?
not.
Why not?
Absolutely
I
not.
don't know. That's All-Star weekend. That's all I know.
All-Star weekend, baby.
shit.
All-Star weekend, baby. We out?
Oh no, I'm inside.
Oh yeah,
Are y'all
man.
not down?
All-Star weekend.
Y'all not down?
I don't, bro.
Down
Son,
for a day trip.
You
For the
know.
day, fly out for the day, come back the next day.
Yeah, because it's only one day. We fly out there.
I'm
We fly out there
kinda-
Saturday morning, come back Sunday night.
I don't know. I'm kind of shook, man. I don't know. Yeah, I'm kind of shook because I ain't gonna lie.
get
Even when we was in
corona?
Houston, huh?
Let's get a Corona.
Hell yeah, nigga. So when we was in Houston,
Tell them
son,
we out there.
bro, when I was in Houston,
Outside, we
We in the
outside.
clubs,
bro,
nigga.
when I was in Houston, I had my mask on. Like I said, like 85% of the time. Like the first night we went to the club,
Yeah.
I deadass had my mask on. Like until like I just got a little bit inebriated, then
Let me
I
ask you a
kind of
question,
forgot.
Mike.
But
Mike, let me ask you a question. Serious question.
all right.
When you have sex during Corona, do you have a mask?
I can't breathe.
Do you wear a mask or a condom? If you have to pick
Wow.
you don't wear a mask or a condom, like,
I
God
can
damn,
neither
nigga.
nor deny to. I can neither consent or deny to these allegations that have been set towards me. I'm sorry.
But nah, All-Star weekend, man. Who y'all got? East or West?
Well, it's different now because he got to pick.
Oh,
They pick,
you
yeah,
gotta pick.
Yeah. So
Who y'all got? Team Giannis or Team LeBron?
LeBron, man.
no, it's team. It's
Durant.
KD and LeBron.
Oh, it's KD and
Yeah,
LeBron?
KD. Yeah.
Because ain't nobody stopping. Ain't nobody stopping.
Yo, Bron gonna be petty and pick Kyrie.
Nah, after what happened the other day.
Nah, he gonna be petty. He gonna be petty. He not gonna play
I mean,
him.
I can see.
He not gonna play him. He not gonna play him.
He was like, okay, Kyrie right
Yo,
there.
sit the bench, yo.
No, I think, I give it to KD. Cause like I
Is he
said,
gonna play?
KD? I mean, even if KD's smart, he gonna get some bucket getters. He gonna get like what? I think Bradley Beal gonna go with him. I think
No, LeBron will get James Harden. That's what he.
Yeah, I think LeBron's definitely gonna get James Harden. I think KD's gonna get like Devin Booker. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I think LeBron can get them. Nah,
Bron gonna get Jason Tatum.
Bron gonna get Jason Tatum. Bron gonna get Chris Paul. You know
He
what I'm
gonna
saying?
get Dame. He gonna get his
besties.
homies Dame. He gonna
Yeah,
get
he gonna get Dame. Like
all his clients.
Yeah,
all his
and all
clients.
I give KD. KD's gonna get all bucket getters.
It's gonna be clutch sports versus KD.
That's a fact.
Clutch sports versus KD.
Facts, nah,
But
but
I'm looking for. They said they still having a dunk contest. Everything is the same day.
That's whack.
Same
Dunk
day?
contest,
Wow.
They said the 3-point contest is before the All-Star game, and then the dunk contest is during halftime.
You know what the actual
not bad.
All-Star game is gonna be? The turn-ups.
Oh yeah,
The turn-ups.
you saw the lineups. He got like Future and Moneybag got a
Yeah,
concert.
I seen the
Yeah.
fly for that. I seen the fly for that. Hold on. Let's speak on that because
I think I might start looking at tickets.
Yo, bro, we got the
one night out
Airbnbs
there.
already pulled up.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Oh dang, I niggas is serious.
We got a list. We got an
Yeah,
Airbnb
list,
listing
yeah.
already. Like if niggas
wow.
say we
Gotta
out,
look.
let's go.
So I was waiting for the flights to change a little bit because I don't like the times.
That's crazy. Let's go, man.
Let's be outside.
I don't know, man. COVID got me shook.
Not that
My
shit.
birthday weekend. I mean,
Nah.
didn't we go to Atlanta for my birthday weekend?
Last year.
Oh shit, that was a year ago.
That shit was fun. Man. Yeah.
That was wild. That was wild
That
times.
shit was
fun.
That was wild times. Wow.
Damn, I really be outside with y'all niggas.
Yeah.
I really be outside with y'all niggas.
We really had some wild times.
The maid was talking about that she don't want nobody in her city.
Man, she making so much money that weekend. I don't care. The whole city making money.
She said the right thing on the forefront, but
She has to,
Yeah.
But
It's
like,
crazy that nobody cut it off though. Like, I mean, like,
I'm like they chose Atlanta. Well, no, they said they chose Atlanta because a lot of black stuff goes on around the area. That's the reason they said
it's open as a.
They said they got a lot of the HBCUs are out there. They got this and that.
Open as hell.
And they said the TV companies out there, so the TV companies don't have to travel and do all that.
Turner Company is out there, so
that shit
they
is open as hell.
That's their excuse there.
Yeah, of course,
definitely.
it's like, look, we care about the black people. That's why we want you guys to come to Atlanta.
Right.
Like, no, fuck you don't, man.
Nah,
Stay
she
home.
said don't come. Niggas are coming.
Niggas is
They're
definitely
doing the opposite of what you said. They're definitely pulling up.
definitely coming. And
But it's gonna be wild that weekend though.
It is, and it's like what's crazy. If she really wanted to do something, she would literally impose sanctions, impose fine. Like
She can't do
just,
that.
Just make sure if y'all go,
Because the mayor-
make sure y'all not drinking too much. Y'all watching for the Adam's apple.
All right, man.
Mike, come on.
Come on now.
Not fucking weekend. We've been there twice already.
I'm just saying.
We've been there twice.
I'm just saying.
Niggas gonna be fucked up. They're gonna be like,
I'm just saying.
Nah, never.
I'm just saying. Be careful.
We need to hit up our
I've-
travel group and see if they're all gonna be out there.
Yeah, they're probably gonna be out there. They out there this weekend.
Wait, hold on.
Last weekend. Yeah.
Why would you
But-
guys go to Rekindle with people that you?
No,
already-
it's people we cool with.
Is it the same bunch from before?
no.
No, it's hard
split.
to explain, but it's
Oh, okay.
it's just good. Overall, it's good,
It's a
but
vibe.
All right.
Alright.
shout out to the homies in Atlanta though. They
Yeah,
cool
shout out to
though.
ATL
They
homies,
cool.
man.
Facts,
Shout out
yo,
to
facts.
They do listen to the podcast too.
Definitely,
so, like,
definitely.
They let me know that they listen.
Yo, we're gonna go international, man. By the time this is done, I believe so. You know,
Nah, inshallah.
we got our UK followers, bro.
What? Oh,
Mates.
stop.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, please stop.
Yeah.
I just want to go to Trinidad. Just,
Why,
just
baby?
Oh
one
my
time.
God, Mike Trinidad is so beautiful.
But I know, but
Trinidad is
I just
so
want to do
beautiful.
mine
Let's
just
go.
one time.
Oh,
Just
dang,
one
that ain't
time.
happening in a couple years.
Maybe next year, possibly.
Nah,
It's
man,
not-
you
possibly. I
yo,
just wanna do
definitely
mine.
Trinidad is amazing, bro. I remember getting neck on the beach. I mean,
Whoa.
I
Yeah,
remember.
that what?
So
You did push-ups on the beach?
Yeah. Sit-ups and shit. Sit-ups and stuff.
Sit up, okay.
Yeah,
what
sat
kind-
up. You know what I'm saying? Had me a nice little bacon shark. Yeah, that's what it's called.
I like the way 2020 February started, guys. February's ended. Because
Black History Month.
you know what I mean?
Oh,
Mike stand on the table. And Lionel danced to this song every time he had a chance
Every
to.
time.
every time.
We gotta let it rock a little bit.
Shit. Oh,
Hey.
Mike stand on the
You gotta do
table.
the ugly face with it.
Go ahead. Go
said
ahead.
what?
Mike, you gotta go off.
Michael's doing the calm. Michael's doing the calm.
Chill.
Nah, man. Bobby Shmurda, man.
But how y'all feel about that? Bobby's home.
Oh man,
I think he's gonna be good when he cause you know he's
Yeah, he better.
They said Bobby Shmurda. The last time Bobby Shmurda was out, the iPhone 5 was out.
Damn,
Damn.
you would know that.
Is that dead ass? Oh yeah, but I ain't gonna argue with that.
No. I would've- 2012, 7. Oh yeah, damn.
Son, honestly, I hope that man gets all his money because I know he got hella money because hot nigga never left the radio, bro.
Yeah.
Like ever. So I definitely hope that
Listen.
that man definitely got all his
Bro,
all
hot
his
nigga
due
set off
diligence.
the first pounds of jollof, bro. Like I would never forget that. In my backyard, bro.
Son, I was so drunk. I only remember bits and pieces.
Yo.
Oh no.
I was so
Listen.
drunk. Oh yeah,
That wasn't my cousin's wedding.
I remember it. Sorry.
Yeah,
My cousin got married. Yeah.
Yeah, that shit was lit.
Everybody and their mom was drunk in my backyard.
So I just remember go at the end of it when niggas went inside of your crib. I just remember. Well, I could openly admit it now. I found the secret tray of jollof, and I was just like, son, and the niggas see me eating. I was just like, I ain't gonna tell you where I got it from, but it's over there.
I had so much food.
Basil always hiding food.
I feel like every time we did a cookout, my cookouts or issues, our cookouts, we
Your
always
cookout,
It's in
nigga.
my cookhouse.
What the fuck you mean your cookout, nigga?
I'm sorry. That's why I brought you in. I try to our cookouts. We always definitely had a lot of trays over. Like you know what I'm saying. Like
Because you would hide them.
Yeah.
Yeah, because people were scavengers. Like you know what's crazy? I saw like people like eat halfway. and then leave the tray and then go after another tray. I'm like,
I mean,
fam,
but that's what people do.
I know, but
parties
that's
all the
why
time.
I kept it to myself.
He was hiding the ribs in my house. Like he was hiding the ribs in my house. He was just like,
what? I remember our homegirl made some baked salmon and ziti, bro. I hit that shit so well. Nah, fam. Man, I couldn't, cause
it was mad people there.
it was always lit. Yo, when outside is open again, man, we throwing back pounds.
outside,
So we
man.
gonna bring
Pounds
back
of Jell-O
pounds.
coming back,
Facts,
man.
yo. Pounds of Jell-O's coming back.
Pool party, please.
Pool parties? Oh, shit. that last
Niggas ain't
pool
gonna
party.
get in the pool.
Especially not with Corona.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah, son.
That last pool party we had, that was lit too. I got yelled at.
Niggas ain't getting in the
I
pool.
got yelled at.
Oh yeah, I remember that shit was so funny.
I had three.
I was drinking
something
something at that time too.
I got
And then we went to DC after that too.
Yeah, we went to DC after that. Yeah, that was lit.
Yeah, I think.
Shit,
I'm not gonna mention where I went.
I remember my ex girl was there, my next girl was there, and the girl I was fucking right now was there. I was just
Right.
You
I
swear you
drink.
drink.
yeah.
You swear you drink. But anyway, the podcast about nothing, man. Y'all niggas out. We're gonna talk about. What's the last thing I want to say before we get out of here, man? Because time's up. Keep it quick.
Shout out to
All right,
black
take it
people.
too long.
Peace, blessings, prosperity. Love yourself, and take care of yourself. Make sure that you drink your water, washing your ass, and yeah.
Go ahead, Justin.
Shout out to Bobby and Rowdy. That's all I can say.
Shout out to black women, man.
In fact,
Always.
That's it.
always firm.
That's
Big
it.
facts.
No white girls allowed.
Absolutely not.
Well, unless there are listeners, but
And that's on Mary.
I mean, they can listen to us, but
and that's on
that's on
Mary
what-
had a
Mary-
little lamb.
where the money reside, where the money reside. Where the
Hey,
money
all right, man.
reside, where
The
the money
podcast
reside.
about nothing. It's your boy Ish. Man, we out of here. See y'all next week.
later.
Outside.